Second pilot, report the success of your attack immediately.
Shell, what's
The
happening?
psychic shock of contact with me incapacitated the subject's physical body. The mind has now shielded itself.
Then break through the shield.
I will try, but it is strong.
I must know. The highest science. Ask it about the highest science.
Wouldn't it be best to leave well alone? Mighty civilization, brought down by terrible discovery. I know there are loads of versions of the Sakrat myth, but that's a common factor in all of them, so maybe just forgetting about the higher science would be a good idea.
Hi everyone, TARDIS Guy 123 here, and today I am going to be reviewing The Highest Science. Now this is the second novel adaptation, and this was originally by Gareth Roberts way back in the 90s. I can't remember which year it is. I'm pretty sure it's one of the earlier novel adaptations though. And it stars Sylvester McCoy and Lisa Bauman, and I think this is the first time it was just the two of them together. And this is probably the second earliest one with Lisa Bauman in chronologically. Obviously she's had loads of spin-offs that were released before this but set after this. And this is sort of like just after she joined the TARDIS in Love and War. I believe there was one story in between, but no audio stories as of yet because they haven't adapted anything yet. But anyway, The Highest Science by Gareth Roberts, adapted by Jacqueline Rayner, who also adapted Love and War, I believe. And then up here you have from the novel by Gareth Roberts, full cast audio drama. Not sure why this has from the novel by Gareth Roberts, but the other ones have brand new adventures. But anyway, who knows? And down there you have featuring Sinead Keenan, Daniel Brocklebank and Tom Bell. And yeah, this cover, well, what are we going to say about this? It does look like it was rushed. It was released fairly late actually, and it almost feels like they went, oh god, we haven't released this cover for The Highest Science yet, here you go, take a couple of photos, mash them all together, and here we go. Yeah, it does look like it's sort of like 3 layers in it and whatnot. The Chelonian doesn't look that good. The Chelonian on the well-mannered wall cover looks incredible, but this one just looks cartoonish at best. Yeah, the Sylvester McCoy image has been used loads of times before, and I mean, had it been released in, say, 2002 or something, or maybe a bit earlier than that, it would have been a wonderful cover. It would have fitted right in, but here, you know, I think maybe we've just been a bit too spoiled by Tom Webster's wonderful covers, that this just comes across as a bit underwhelming. I believe the person who's done this is Anthony Lamb, and he has gone on to do some great covers since then for the 4th Doctor Adventures Series 5, but as it stands with this, it's not the best. As you can see, you've got some figures there, but yeah, it's just, let's turn this over and not look at that cover anymore. So here we have The Highest Science, stuff again, directed by Scott Hancock. All that stuff right there. The Doctor, Professor Summerfield, Sheldukher, Roisin, The Cell, Hazel, Rodo Monte, and Vakrid / Jinka. Those are the characters. And then opening it up now, here is the inside right here. You don't have an alternative cover, unfortunately, which is a bit odd. I'm not sure why. Then Highest Science Parts 1 and 2, and The Highest Science Part 3 and 4 there. And then those are the upcoming ones, and also the Love and War, which was already out when this was released. These are all out now, by the way, in case you're wondering. So now let's take the booklet out. Have a look at that. Oh, here we go. So here is the inside of that booklet. Fairly simple stuff, really. Got the same images as the cover right there, and producer's notes. Let's get more and whatnot, credits. Good to know. Okay, so let's put that back in now and talk about the story itself. Okay, you don't want to see that. There we go. Now then, the highest science as a story, it was sort of like the release that was almost forgotten in a lot of ways, because it's sort of like announced whatnot as the next novel adaptation, and then not long after that they announced some more novel adaptations, and sort of like the focus shifted to them because they were getting a special edition book release and whatnot with Fourth Doctor by Gareth Roberts, and it was only coming out January, just like the month after. You're getting both of them then, and this was sort of like the December release. Trailer came a bit late, and the cover came a bit late, so it was sort of like the release that was completely forgotten about in a way, which was rather unfortunate, and it didn't help about the cover quality either. That didn't really grasp a lot of people. The trailer I remember being quite good, but at the same time it still didn't really grasp a lot of people for whatever reason. Which meant the high science went mainly under the radar actually, for a lot of people. I mean, people were aware of it, but I don't know about the interest in it. I haven't heard that much interest in this story when compared to the other novel adaptations and some other releases. But what about the story itself? What about the quality of it? Well, I would say it is quite enjoyable actually. There is quite a bit of fun to be had here. But unfortunately, the balance between that fun that you have and the darkness in this story, because there are quite a lot of heavy subjects, as would be expected with a Virgin New Adventure, aren't really balanced out that well. Maybe they were better balanced in the novel, but I don't know, here they do feel a bit, it's sort of like, it's all fun for the majority, but then like 10% of the time it suddenly goes really, really bleak, and then it just goes right back, and you sort of like think, huh? And it's just a bit odd, it's a bit jarring, those moments. But you know, still, when it's fun, it is a lot of fun, as it's sort of like a treasure hunt thing. You've got loads of different things going on with, you've got sort of like the Chelonians in there and Sheldukher, so you've got two sort of like separate factions of villains, them not working together, which makes it much more interesting. And yeah, I feel that's sort of like good, how that works out. However, you sort of like, once you reach the end of the story, the main plot gets resolved like part way through part 4, and then you're just left with this subplot which you go, oh yeah, we've still got that to deal with, and you've sort of like forgotten about that because it was only really there during the first 2 parts, and then forgotten about the action shifts somewhere else, and then suddenly you remember, oh, we got this, let's tie up that loose end and then be done with it. Which is rather unfortunate for the story itself, because it means the structure is once again a bit jarring, and yeah, I'm not too sure about how well that worked out, unfortunately. But yeah, taking it back a bit to during part 4, when the main plot's being resolved, there are quite a few sort of like shifts going on here, which are quite entertaining, and that is very good. So you sort of like have plot twists, which I personally didn't see coming, which is good how that works out. However, at the same time, those plot twists are a bit sort of like, oh, you got this one really big thing, but then plot twist turns out, oh, it's just this small thing. And it sort of like makes it a little bit underwhelming maybe, but that's just my opinion. Others might not think that to be so. So yeah, now for the Doctor in this, played by Sylvester McCoy, who once again gets to sort of like have fun with the role, but also do some serious moments. So once again got the problem which I was saying earlier about the main story, sort of like it's having fun 90% of the time, and then suddenly 10% of the time it goes really dark. Yeah, that's just how that works out, unfortunately. However, Bernice Summerfield as Lisa Bauman does a spectacular job in this. She is great, and you know, I like how she gets separated up, so the Doctor and Bernice get split up, and Bernice sort of like gets to be gets teamed up with the character of Rodo, or Rodomonte as he's listed there. And you know, she sort of like gets to act all motherly towards him, but at the same time it's not sort of like soft motherly love, it's hard love in a lot of ways. They really are, there's sort of like a bit of an antagonistic relationship there, but it's very good, that side of the thing. And also what's good is that she's sort of like, whereas often when companions get split up from the Doctor, their main objective is to try and get back to the Doctor in a lot of ways. Here, with Lisa Bauman, she does something totally different, and Bernice isn't really trying to get back to the Doctor. She's just sort of like following the mystery by herself in a lot of ways, and then eventually she and the Doctor meet up anyway. But you know, she's not really intentionally searching for him. At least, not at first. She wants to get back to him when she's like very close, but eventually when they get properly split up, she sort of like she gets rid of all that side of her and instead tries to solve the mystery here. And, you know, ends up with the Doctor anyway, but that's besides the point. So yeah, I think that's quite good. And it's also quite good when she's split up from the Doctor. Once she's back in the Doctor, she sort of like sinks back to the typical companion role for the end of the story. So yeah, that's not too good, I'd say, but it's just the way it ends up playing out. Sheldukher is a wonderful villain, I will say. The villain of the piece is, well, really is villainous in a lot of ways. Daniel Brocklebank gets to do a wonderful voice for that character, and it really is sort of like a creepy character and also quite a funny character at the same time. There's quite a lot of amusing things going on there, and you know, quite sadistic in a lot of ways, but just generally quite a joy to listen to for the most part. And then for the what's it called, the Chelonians in this, they're voiced very well. However, they are a bit like standard Doctor Who monster type thing, where you've got this honourable warrior race. I mean, Doctor Who has quite a few of them now. You've got kind of Sontarans, maybe, Ice Warriors, and there are probably another couple dotted about. So the Chelonians don't really stand out uniquely on that front. Obviously they're giant turtles, so they've got that going for them, but... or is it tortoises? I don't know, debate that, but... yeah. They sort of don't have too much unique going for them, except their pledge to eradicate human parasites. Which, yeah, I guess they've got that going for them, and they are voiced quite well, but for the most part they are just standard Doctor Who monsters. So those are my thoughts on them. And then other two characters, the Cell, won't go too much into the Cell because that is quite a unique character and it's sort of like a joy to experience that for yourself, but it is a bit of an odd one. And then there's Roisin, who is sort of like Sheldukher's begrudging assistant in this, and you know, she does quite well, I'd say. She's quite a interesting character. And then Hazel is just, well, I can't really go too much into her because that will also spoil the story, but yeah, I'd say she's a good character. And Rhodo, who I mentioned before, is probably the standout supporting character. Maybe actually not including Sheldukher, I guess depends whether you count him as a supporting character or a villain, but yeah, no, I mean not. I mean, if you count supporting characters as separate from villains, that's what I meant to say, sorry. But yeah, Rhodo's good, I like Rhodo. Once again, can't talk too much about him without going into spoilers. So I think I've exhausted all I can about this story now without going into spoilers. So I think I will now rate it, and I suppose we've got to flip it back to the cover, haven't I? Here we go. There you go, shield your eyes. Oh, it seems the cover doesn't even want to show itself. Here we go, shield your eyes if you're offended. But yeah, overall I will say the highest science gets a 7.5 because it's a lot of fun, it's a good story. Once again, overshadowed by other novel adaptations, and it's not incredible, so yeah, 7.5 is a fair rating for this. Should you pick it up, if it goes on offer anytime soon, then yes, definitely, maybe at full price. Depends whether you want to risk it or not. If you grabbed the book itself and you enjoyed it, then I'd say yeah, you can pick this up. But yeah, those are just my thoughts and recommendations for the highest science. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. For Damaged Goods, actually, which is another 7th Doctor novel adaptation, and a much darker one, and yeah, a much better one as well, actually. So, you'll have to wait and see about my full thoughts on that, but for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all then. Bye everyone.